Feeling like your hip flexors are tight all the time and you constantly have to do hip flexor stretches to get some relief, we're going to try something different, essentially using our muscles to pull our pelvis underneath us, which is going to create some more long-lasting relief because we can be in a nice, better stacked position and get the glutes and hamstrings to do their job. So starting in a bear position, I'm going to think about extending my, in this case, left leg behind me. Now, I don't want to lock out because you can see how that kind of immediately puts it in my low back. So the knee can be soft depending on your body. You can either scoot up or down the wall, but you want to maintain that neutral position, even a slight tuck of the pelvis. So knee is soft, find your foot placement on the wall. I'm going to also think about kind of turning this hip down so my hips are in line with one another. Not all the way down to the floor, but our tendency is to want to open up the hip. So I want to think about turning the hip down a little bit, soft knee, pressing into the wall. I'm going to think about finding contact with kind of that bony part underneath the big toe and the middle part of my heel. And then in this position, I'm going to think about my feet, my left foot super glued to the wall and dragging up the wall while I maintain the contact with that bony part under the big toe, that first met head, and the middle part of the foot or the heel. So I'm going to stay here, hip stays down, dragging up the wall, maintain that little bit of roundedness in the pelvis so you don't arch through the low back, and you're going to breathe here. You should be feeling glutes and hamstrings hardcore in this position, essentially pulling up on the wall, maintaining foot contact, and really understanding what it feels like to extend the hip and do it utilizing the glutes and the hamstrings and not the low back. Hope you like that. I know I do.